Well, good morning again, everyone. Today I'm joined by Andy from Kent Survival. We're in the little village of Littlechart in Kent, and we're on our way to Pluckley. We've come across this abandoned church here at Littlechart. I believe it's St Mary's, and apparently the information sign here says it was destroyed by a doodlebug, which is like one of those flying bombs from World War II. So I'll tell you a little bit of information about it, and we'll head up there and have a little look. But what a turn up for the books. This is cool. Right, let's get exploring. At the time of the Domesday survey in 1086, there was no church in Littlechart. The nearest church was at Pivington, a mile or so to the west. The surrounding area belonged to the Archbishop's monks in Canterbury. Prior to 1086, the history of the site is unknown. A possible clue is given by Charles Igglesden in his book A Saunter Through Kent with Pen and Pencil, published in 1902. Igglesden writes, "Two sombre yews of great age stand within the churchyard on either side of the porch. The elder of these grand old trees has a hollow trunk, so huge that half a dozen persons can stand inside. Yew trees are often associated with sites of ancient religious significance and can grow for many hundreds of years. It is possible that their presence in the churchyard indicates the site was used for religious purposes before the church was built." The church buildings, which now stand in ruins, were built in 3 stages between 1200 and 1500. The Darrell family and an earlier Lord of the Manor, Peter de Bending, were important patrons of this work. The first parts of the church to be constructed were the nave and chancel, built from locally quarried ragstone in the early 13th century. In the 14th century, the north aisle was added as a private chapel dedicated to St Catherine. It was built by Peter de Bending, Lord of the Manor, who was later buried there. An interesting feature of this aisle is a squint in the stonework through which worshippers in the private chapel could observe services in the main church. The west tower and an elegant porch on the south side were added by Sir John Darrell in about 1500. The rampant line of the Darrell coat of arms can be seen in the west doorway. The Darrell family came to Calehill, about half a mile east of here, in 1410. They were a powerful and rich family and held senior offices in local and national government. The north aisle of St Mary's Church became well known for the monuments to members of the Darrell family who were buried there. In 1753, the Darrell family built a Roman Catholic chapel in their new mansion at Calehill. Without their support, the church fell into disrepair, the roof began leaking and the floor collapsed into the vault below. In 1713, an openly Roman Catholic branch of the Darrell family inherited Calehill. In 1753, they built a new mansion house, included in which was a private Roman Catholic chapel. These developments meant that the family's support for the Anglican Church of St Mary's declined greatly, and the church suffered and fell into disrepair. The chapel at Calehill served the Roman Catholic community of Ashford until premises were found in the town in the mid-19th century. The Darrell's mansion was demolished in 1953, but the chapel wing was preserved as a private residence. The church was repaired and improved several times during the 19th and 20th centuries. 2 stained glass windows were installed in the chancel in memory of the Cheeseman family who lived at neighbouring Chart Court. The church was thoroughly renovated in 1876. In 1916, oak panelling was installed on each side of the altar and new choir stalls were erected. The church was reduced to its present ruined state during the Second World War. St Mary's was hit by a German V-1 Doodlebug flying bomb, shot down just after 8 o'clock on the evening of 16th of August 1944. Fortunately, no one was killed, but the church was severely damaged. The V1 Doodlebug bombs were fired at London between June 1944 and March 1945. 2,419 flying bombs hit London, killing thousands of people. They passed over Kent on their way to the capital from German-occupied Europe. 1,444 landed on Kent, having been shot down by fighters and anti-aircraft guns, or destroyed by barrage balloons. In Kent, 156 people were killed by the bombs, and a great deal of damage was caused, of which St Mary's is a dramatic example. A new church was consecrated in the village of Little Chart during October 1955. Services were occasionally held within the ruins of the old church whilst funds were being raised. Parts of the Darrell monuments were salvaged from the ruins of the old church, restored and then relocated in the new church. Also included was the clock from the Darrell mansion in Cowhill, which was placed in the church tower. After the war, the site was made safe by the Ministry of Works and later became the property of Ashford Borough Council. Recently, work has been carried out by the council, with grant aid from other bodies, to make the site safe and accessible to the public. English Heritage have funded restoration work on the church buildings, and the Rural Development Commission have enabled landscaping of the site. So that was a little look at St Mary's Church here, the ruins of it here at Little Chart. What an amazing find. I did not know this was here. Honest to God, we were driving past on our way to Pluckley and Andy went, "Oh, there's a ruined church there." I went, "Hang on," so I just quickly spun the car round and yeah, drove up here, and there is so much to see, like left intact and stuff. There's engravings and carvings. It's amazing, really really cool. And you've got like all the ivy and stuff growing up the tower and sort of on the chancel on the nave over there. Really really brilliant find. It's quite near to sort of like a livery, like a horse stables, a farm and some houses, some oast houses. So unfortunately it wouldn't be suitable for a wild camp, but it did cross our minds. Anyways, that's the end of this little video. Hope you enjoyed it. I haven't done one of these abandoned church videos for a while, so I've missed doing them. So hopefully it'll get me back into doing some more of them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers for the support. See you again soon. Bye.